Good evening, my brothers and sisters. This is Turn to Jesus Now, Part 2. And I'll be talking about the prophecies at the end times in the Bible. First, we'll see from the book of Hosea, chapter 4, from verses 2. There is only cursing, lying and murder, stealing and adultery. They break all bonds, and bloodshed follows bloodshed. Because of this land and all who live in it waste away, and beasts of the field and the birds of the air and the fish of the sea are dying.
Down Indian River Lagoon, you will see this. Thousands of dead fish belly up in the water. There are several different factors going into play here. One is the state received about triple their average rainfall for the month of January. All of that rainwater and runoff has gone straight into the rivers in the lagoon. Not to mention, because of El Nino, temperatures were warmer than normal, allowing for a toxic algae bloom and brown tide to take over. The algae bloom depletes the oxygen from the water, in turn killing the fish.
My dear brothers and sisters, here we can see the word says, the beasts of the field and the birds of the air and the fish of the sea are dying. We have seen the fish, now we'll see the birds.
No birds were injured, or no live birds were injured in the making of this sequence. This is some really brilliant visual effects work and brilliant model work that have gone into creating this sequence. The vast majority of the birds you'll see in proximity to actors were actually visual effects. I'm also going to let you into a little secret. There is in this sequence a trout, where no trout should ever be. See if you can spot it, but I don't think I'm going to tell you exactly where it is.
Just days after thousands of birds inexplicably dropped out of the sky in the United States. Fireworks, the cold weather, even poisoning have all been blamed for the deaths, but the experts remain baffled. Here's our science correspondent, Julian Rush.
First America, now Sweden. 100 or so jackdaws dead in the snow in the small town of Falköping. It's as if Christmas had come again for aficionados of the mysterious and irrational.
The only sign of damage was where they'd been run over. It looked like they were in some kind of shock.
Next, we'll see what God has to say. This is the book of Joel, and this is chapter 2 and verses 30, 31 and 32. It says, I will show the wonders in the heavens and on the earth, blood and fire and billows of smoke. The sun will be turned to darkness and the moon to blood.
Years ago, the ancient Mayans and Mesopotamians feared that something monstrous and evil was eating the moon. They would shout at the night sky to try and fend off the ravenous beasts. And since the average lunar eclipse lasts around 100 minutes, and the moon returns to normal afterward, they were probably convinced their whooping and howling actually worked. We know now that the moon doesn't need our protection, but why does it turn red in the first place? Whenever you look up at a full moon,
my friends, clearly we can see in the Bible, in the book of Joel, chapter 2 and verses 30, 31 and 32, and everyone who calls on the name of the Lord will be saved. See verses 31, the sun will be turned to darkness and the moon to blood before the coming of the great and the dreadful day of the Lord. We'll go to the next one. Here you can directly see in the book of Matthew chapter 24, signs of the end of age. If you can show me whatever book talks about the signs of the end of the days. The first thing, one disciple asks Jesus, "Tell us," they said, "when will this happen? And what will be the sign of your coming and of the end of the age?" Jesus answered, "Watch out that no one deceives you, for many will come in my name, claiming I am Christ." Okay, we'll see.
For more than 30 years, this man, calling himself Inyu Christo, has preached his own gospel as the supposed reincarnation of Jesus of Nazareth. Brasilia. Born Alvaro Tais to farmers of German extraction, he made a first conversion in 1969, becoming furious as Adonis and styling himself a prophetic seer. A decade later, a vision revealed his true nature, and he changed his name from Yuri to Inyu, son of God. Live, we're going to meet three of them. Their names Ron in the faraway Philippines, who has amassed a crop he says none bigger than winning. Poor people who give what little they have to the man they believe is the second coming of Jesus. Review Jimmy did.
So, my dear people, if he is Jesus,
The man who claims he is Jesus Christ. Only his name is Moses, Moses Thongwane. But he says, like his namesake, he has spent years in the wilderness and has been resurrected as the Son of God.
No, I will never die, as God gave me as a command.
Thongwane's beliefs are already attracting a following.
Jesus.
One of his
This is another
disciples
person.
is
Okay, people, I will directly show the word. When will this happen, and what will be the sign of your coming and of the end of the age? Jesus answered, "Watch out that no one deceives you, for many will come in my name, claiming I am Christ." Okay, and the second one, "And will deceive many. You will hear of wars and rumors." That, of course, we know. We hear about World War III now. "But see to it, and you are not alarmed. Such things must happen, but the end is still to come. Nation will rise against nation." That, of course, we know. We have seen many. "And kingdom against kingdom. There will be famines and earthquakes." This is the famine. I don't want to see this more. I feel upset. This is one of the earthquakes.
Potres je bio jačine 5,5 po Richteru. Ovo je
This is the next one. 2 Timothy chapter 3. But mark this, there will be terrible times in the last days. People will be lovers of themselves, lovers of money, boastful, proud, abusive, disobedient to their parents. Okay, people, I have given you only a little, but there are more to come. Please turn to Jesus.